right. I think we can start. This is normally not what I do. I don't do any presentations or whatsoever. I'm a software developer. So give me a break if things go a little bit weird. But Smart Security Scan, it's a project that I built myself a few years ago in 2016 because I work as a ethical hacker, software engineer, and I did a lot of pen tests also. And in that year I was working for Dubai and Philips, so I was flying back and forth and I was thinking, well, how can I make this a little bit more efficient, this work that I do? Because if you do a pen test, it normally goes, you can do one client at a time, because the scans and the information gathering, etc., takes a lot of time. So I was thinking, okay, you have to use a lot of tools. Why can we not combine the tools and do scans automatically or in parallel or in a sequence? So from that point I was starting the Smart Security Scan, implementing all the tools that I needed, like I don't know how many of you are hackers or pen testers or work in security. Well, at least there are a lot of tools that you use when you do a pen test or a security scan, and for that time I wanted to have a tool where I can easily implement new algorithms or new tools or new scanners like Nmap or Nessus or whatever, or use an API and give me the results of every scan in one report, basically. That way I could do a lot of more clients at once, because I could start scanners and wait for the results, start a new scan for a new client and wait for the results, and then get back everything summarized in one report. One of the things that we did in this online platform was SSL security scanning, host discovery, but that is only for public IPs. So with that in mind, I started building last year a scanner that you can connect to a local network. This is the latest design, which can discover hosts, but also discover certificates, SSL certificates, analyze them, verify them, and give information about the host and the used SSL certificates. Apparently, we are now working with Keytalk, a company that does in PKI, and apparently there are a lot of requests, basically, from companies that need tools to identify where they are using certificates, what certificates they are using, and if they are still valid. So with that in mind, and with the technology that I already built, we built a virtual machine. So now we have the hardware and we have a virtual machine that can do, basically the host discovery and certificate discovery all in one. It has a web interface that you can use. It's OS independent, and the results can be posted back to any SIEM, basically. So if there are companies that need the results in their own tools to analyze it and take actions from it. So the partnership with Keytalk, how can I explain it? Keytalk implements key authentication and certification of machines or IoT devices, etc. So we started the partnership to implement the Keytalk technology in our scanner. So if our scanner finds a host or a certificate that is not valid anymore, it communicates with the Keytalk solution. It implements and signs a new certificate, and then the whole circle is fixed again. And one of the issues that some companies had, and even I think it was a few weeks ago, that um, computers or servers could not communicate to each other anymore because a certificate was forgotten to renew, or it was invalid, or they didn't even know the machine was there. So this tool can help them with making it more secure. One of the real life scenarios that I had just on Wednesday was a American bank called me because they had issues in the SSO connection. I don't know if many of you know what SSO is, but it's an authorization mechanism. And one of the reasons was that the certificate that one of the suppliers had implemented was outdated and was not valid anymore. So what I did when I was in the call, I started up Smart Security Scan, executed several scans, because Smart Security Scan can only scan specific areas that I needed. Found out that one of the certificates was invalid, and there were also 2 other minor issues that need to be resolved. So at the end of the day, everything was fixed and implemented, and was working again. This information was posted on Reddit, so the incident response team found it out in that way instead of using their own scanners and know it before it happens. So so that is basically the Smart Security Scan. It's the platform online that we have. We have the Smart Security Scan, which is a physical scanner, physical hardware. And we have the virtual machine. For 2019, we are going to fix and improve the UX, because we did a research from a company that helped us with the user experience. And apparently, although there are, I think, at least 1,200 users now on the platform, the experience is not for non-technical people. And that is one thing that we want to improve in this year. And of course, we want to improve the sales of the Smart Security Scan SSL scanner as a virtual machine, because we have already got a contract signed by Shell, which is a good thing. So there's absolutely some things that we can help with a platform that started as a hobby and now is actually a growing business. Thanks for listening. Like I said, it's not the thing that I do normally. I'm the technology guy, but I wanted to show at least what we are building and using. So thank you for now.
Really cool, thank you. But it's very much oriented towards reading, and I tend to write a lot on paper, and I tend to write quickly because I have to take notes and I have to keep track. This seems really slow. 30 little blocks for one word. That's for me. I write that down in a second and a half. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, if you have specialized input, yeah.
Oh yeah, I can do it again. Any other questions? Oh yeah, yeah, you're right. Sorry for that. Then I'll start again at off. Any other questions? No. Okay. Thank you very much.